Hi, Matt. Saudi Arabia issued final convictions for the 8 people involved in the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. Essentially, what's happened here is that 5 people were sentenced to 20 years in prison, 2 were sentenced to 7 years in prison, and another person received a 10-year sentence. Saudi Arabia previously sentenced 5 people to death over his murder, but they escaped penalty after being pardoned by Khashoggi's son. Now, the reaction to this has come in thick and fast. Khashoggi's fiancée described the final verdict as a complete mockery of justice. In a statement that was released on Twitter, she said Saudi authorities are closing the case without the world knowing the truth of who is responsible for Jamal's murder. Who planned it, she asks. Who ordered it? Where is the body? She's vowed to fight for justice for her lover, describing the ruling as a farce that the international community won't accept. Of course, Jamal Khashoggi was a high-profile critic of the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He disappeared back in October 2018 after entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Turkish prosecutors believe he was strangled or suffocated before his body was dismembered. American investigators believe a top Saudi official ordered his killing. That's a claim Riyadh has firmly rejected. And the kingdom has previously said that Khashoggi's death was the result of a, quote, rogue operation. A UN report said it was unclear who issued the order, but determined that Saudi Arabia was ultimately responsible for his death. Now, Hadley, this is a story that you've covered for many years. I think the question that we have to ask here with regards to the verdict is, does it meet international expectations? And I'm going to say no. That's because there's still too much uncertainty and a real lack of credibility surrounding this ruling process.
Absolutely, Dan, and I think unfortunately you're just never going to get that kind of clarity. I mean, the court system in Saudi Arabia isn't exactly transparent. This is something that I know that they've actually been working on over the last couple of years as a result of what's been happening with this trial for Mr. Khashoggi's murder. But I think what's going to be really interesting, frankly, is how this really plays to the audience, as you say, externally and in Washington, for example, where I have to tell you the mood has been one that was quite negative towards Saudi Arabia, in spite of the fact that they've made a lot of progress in terms of trying to open up the country for women and to business and Vision 2030. And you've got, obviously, Her Royal Highness Princess Rima bin Bandar as the first female ambassador from Saudi Arabia to Washington. But I got to tell you, we're coming up in an election, and the opinions on the kingdom there not going to be helped by what we've seen taking place.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. Saudi Arabia has made great strides in recent years to improve transparency, to open up, to make itself a bigger part of the international community and a bigger player on the world stage. But with regards to this ruling, we don't even know the names of the people who have been sentenced here. We still don't know where Jamal Khashoggi's body is. We still don't know if there were any local co-conspirators. And of course, we still don't know who ordered the killing, Hadley. So Saudi Arabia still has serious questions to answer here. And you're right, it's unlikely we're going to get those answers.